Welcome back to Ninja Post News TV. What if I told you that a self-proclaimed prophet just made a terrifying announcement that armed groups are preparing to launch coordinated attacks in Southeast Nigeria? That people may lose their homes, their land, even their lives. This is not some wild rumor. It is a direct warning, echoing the same pattern we saw before Benue faced destruction. Watch carefully, because this may be your final warning before history repeats itself right before our eyes.
I told them April that the Middle Belt, the East, which is Benue State and the rest, they should get their own security. They shouldn't wait for the government, and they don't listen. Nation, mostly the Middle Belt, East and South, you have to stand up for yourself. That's what God is saying. Raise vigilantes. Don't wait for the government, because government sent those people to you. If they start seeing dead bodies, they will forget about economy. Wickedness. You should know that the politicians kill people to be where they are, and so they don't care to kill more people. Fight for yourself. The message was sent before the massacre that took place, of them burning 200 people alive. And so there's going to be another one again in the eastern parts, and they are planning to get students from schools. They will go to schools where students they are, and they will catch them. If I talk, the prophecy that I speak does not take long to work. So I'm not just talking. If they play with it in Nigeria, I'm talking to the eastern part, the Igbos. And I told you people in Imo State, Olu local government, go and get security vigilante now. You should guide schools, guide market, because the burning and the destruction that is going to happen in the east is more than what took place in Benue State. The Benue State, when I said it in April 13th, and they didn't take it serious. Now it's happened in June. Don't wait for government. These governments, they know what they are doing. Get your own. The chief or Anes Ndibo, all these places, please, where there are kings, recruit young men, empower them. They should have their own gun. They should guide. If the communities or the states have to be contributing a certain amount of money for them, let's pay them. Don't trust police, don't trust army, don't trust government to come and help you. All communities in the Middle Belt, mostly eastern parts. I say it again now, this eastern part of Nigerians. So you have to, your government, they have to pay people and raise vigilantes, mostly the schools, because they want to attack children, burn homes. Like the way they carry children to Sabisa Forest, those girls they carry, that's the same thing they want to do now. So make sure the security is your own security. That's how you can be saved.
A man stood before a congregation not to heal, not to uplift, but to speak of destruction. With disturbing calmness, he declared that armed groups will soon enter the southeast and cause widespread harm. Not maybe, not if God allows, but with certainty. And people clap, people nod, as if this was a normal Sunday message. But it wasn't. It was something darker. It sounded less like prophecy and more like a warning of a planned operation. Prophecy or inside information. We must ask the real question. Was his so-called prophet receiving a vision from God? Or was he simply revealing what he already knew? Could he connected to people planning this violence? Many religious figures today no longer speak from the altar of truth. Some are tools, puppets, evil messenger for darker political agendas. So when he said they will invade the Southeast, it don't sound like spiritual revelation. It sounds like a coded announcement. Let's rewind. What happened in Benue? Village overrun, farms destroyed, houses burned, innocent people displaced and abandoned. And yet, no full government investigation, no national mourning, no serious security response. That tragedy has become a model. Now, a so-called religious leader say the same pattern is coming to the east. This is not coincidence. It is a replication strategy. Who are these groups? We are not speaking about the Fulani ethnic group as a whole. We are referring to militant groups who disguise themselves as elders or religious loyalists, but operate with weapons and a mission. They infiltrate farmlands, they roam across borders, and they strike when no one expects. Then they vanish. No one is arrested, no one is punished, and communities are left to bury their dead in silence. The Fulani agenda, a long road to dominance. This wasn't new. This wasn't new. For years, certain Fulani power blocks have been accused of trying to dominate land ownership, political positions, security institutions, and now they want the East, they want Benue. They want the East, they want Benue. They want the entire Middle Belt. And how do they take control? Let's ask ourselves. Through fear, through violence, through displacement. If you believe the people deserve to know the truth, like this video. Now, if you are angry at the silence from leaders, comment below. If you want peace and justice, share this video across your groups. And if you want us to keep exposing this dark agenda, subscribe to this channel. Have you noticed whenever this violent attack occur, it is usually Christian communities that are affected. It is always Sunday mornings. It is always churches. Village with no protection. Why? Because these extremist groups are not just after land. They are after culture, belief, identity. And sadly, some fake prophets are unknowingly helping them. When the government goes silent, when people in the East cry out for help, what does the government say? We are investigating. It is a communal clash. Or no government, but we all know the truth. No mystery here. It is a refusal to act. It is complicity by silence. And that silence is costing lives. The movement pattern of the militants. Look at their movements from Nasarawa to Kogi, Kogi to Benue, Benue to Enugu, Enugu to Anambra, and Ebonyi. They are not lost. They are not confused. This is a calculated advance. Each place they enter, shouts follows. People flee. Farms are abandoned. Fear rises. And they continue moving. Why the East is the next target? Let's be honest. The East is politically divided. Security is weak. Leadership is disconnected. Communities are disabled. And this makes it the perfect target for any group seeking to establish control through intimidation. Benue was the dress rehearsal. The Southeast may be the final act. Who controls these fake prophets? Back to the prophecy. Why is this happening now? Who is sponsoring these fear messages? Who benefits from this spreading panic in the East? Why do some religious voices echo the exact plans of unknown violence groups? Maybe because they are part of the same system, used to prepare our minds for what they are already planned. The strategy of silent terror, here is how they operate. Announce it through a prophet or anonymous source. Wait, let the public normalize their fear. Strike when we least expect. It happened in Jos, it happened in Iwo, it happened in Southern Kaduna, and now the warning is here. Learn from the Benue before it is too late. Benue didn't speak out early enough. Now, over 2 million displaced, farms abandoned, communities turned to IDP camps. We must not repeat that mistake. The time to act is now. The people must rise. The people must rise. Governors are quiet, senators are silent, but the people must not be still. Village by village, town by town, we must raise the alarm. We must protect our communities, even when Abuja forgets them. This is not ethnic war. This is survival. Let's be clear. This is not about hating Fulani people. This is not about defending innocent life from armed groups that hide under the identity. There are good Fulani people across Nigeria, but there are also violent elements pretending to be herders, hiding weapons and terrorizing villages. And if you don't call it what it is, we give evil more room to grow. What must be done? Communities must form vigilante networks within legal bounds. Religious leaders must reject fake prophecy of doom. The press must report the truth, not what they are paid to say. Governors must deploy community policing now. We cannot afford to wait for another tragedy. Enough is enough. We have cried enough. We have cried enough. We have begged enough. We have buried enough. Now we must rise enough. No more blind faith in false prophets. No more waiting for politicians to act. If we want peace, we must create it together. If this message speaks to you, don't be silent. Like, comment, share this video. Let them know we see what's coming. Let them know we will not be caught sleeping. And if you believe in the safety of your people, then subscribe and stand with us. Hashtag justice for Benue. Hashtag stop the agenda. Hashtag secure the East now.